Yeah, what's going on with y'all boys, man? CJ back with another video, and we out here on my 6'8" point center once again. I just made this build like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, something like that. I had to grind up my career. I got it up to a 93 now. So today I was playing some rec, and man, I'm starting to get the shot down. I'm really starting to hoop on this build. And like I said in my last video, I said this is probably gonna be my favorite build right here. And so far, I'm loving this build. Like I could play on this build all day long. It does everything I want it to do. So you're gonna see I got two gameplays for y'all today. First game I dropped 41 and like 15 rebounds, something like that. Second game I had 25 points and another like 15 rebounds. So this build, it does everything I want it to do. Talk some more about the build, but here's the attributes right here. I'm gonna show y'all the animations I have on as well. So y'all gonna see the jump shots, the animations. So right here, here's all the animations. You pause that right there if you need to. Coming over to the jump shot, we got, I know it says T-Mac, it is not T-Mac. I did not get T-Mac on here. So coming over to the jump shot, we got JT Thor's base, the OG base. I've been using this since the game dropped. JT Thor base, release 1 is Kobe, release 2 is Kevin Herter. There's the blend right there. So this is all the animations right here. You pause it if you need to. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the gameplay. All right, so now we're jumping into the gameplay here. So like I said, this first gameplay that you're watching right here, I dropped 40 points. Now we start off the game, you know, I'm hitting my little size of dribbling. I could have pulled right there, I didn't. I go for a step back, and look, what center do you know is getting ankle breakers? Now I did miss the shot right there, first shot of the game I did miss. Now watch this right here. This is the one true downside to this build. The one thing that I don't like is I have no perimeter defense. So I did say before, even though you got no perimeter defense, you can still play defense. It's all up to your stick skill. It takes a lot more stick skill. It's gonna be a lot more difficult. But also, one thing that I'm gonna be completely honest, is if you're guarding somebody who's got a high 3-point rating, or he got a quick jump shot, and especially if he could dribble around like ice, you'll see. I showed the clips here. He bust my ass a few times. So if you're guarding somebody who can really dribble and get them fades, no matter what you do, you're not going to contest it. Even if you jump, like you've seen in that clip, I jumped at him and only got a 5% contest. So that's what sucks. But with that being said, it's not many times that you're going up against a center like this. So that's why I say this is like the perfect build for rec randoms. Because 9 times out of 10, you're not guarding a center that's going to sit here and dribble and shoot fades and stuff like that. But when you do, I'm not going to lie, it is kind of tough. It's going to be tough to guard somebody like that. And as far as protecting the paint, you could actually still defend the paint pretty well with the 78 block. So that's not much of an issue. Now, I will say, again, I'm being completely honest here. If you're matched up against a big man who got a 90 standing dunk and he's deep in the paint, he's going to get the standing dunk off. But again, how many times are you really playing a game where like that costs you a game, where someone's just sitting there, you know, dunking on you the whole time? It really doesn't happen that much. And a lot of the times they don't even get the center of the ball. So again, the true weakness of this build is guarding somebody who could shoot fades in ISO, and a big man that's doing standing dunks. Like he got a high standing dunk and high strength. But with that being said, it's never a problem to where it's costing me the game. And look, I gave up my defense in return to do things like this. I grab the rebound, come down the court, pull a 3. This build, just, I love it. It does everything I want to do. Look, I'm coming down the court. I'm basically playing point guard right now. I'm a point center. I'm dribbling, isoing, spin move. I get in the paint. I don't convert the and 1, but I'm going to the line. Also, if you're someone that feels like you need the defense, like you really don't want to have no perimeter defense, there's workarounds to this. You do not have to make the exact same build that I make. You take my build, look at what you like, and change the attributes how you want. Like for example, I like to post up. Let's say you don't care about posting up. You don't care about post control. Take the post control off. Let's say you don't need that high of a mid range. You want to go lower on the mid range in the shooting. You could do that. You could take the mid range completely off and just have a 3-pointer and put your defensive ratings up. So you just move around however you want. But I have it made to the way that I like. Like I said, I could, for the most part, I could play defense. I have no perimeter defense, but for the most part, it's not an issue for me. I feel like it's not enough to where I'm losing games because I don't have perimeter defense. And same thing with the drive and dunk. Now me, I like dunking on people. Like I love dunking on people. It's definitely better to go with no drive and dunk or a lot lower of a drive and dunk, but I love getting contact dunks. Now if you really want a much better build that can actually do literally everything, drop that drive and dunk down to something like a 75, or even take the drive and dunk all the way off. Now you get defense, you probably get some steal in there, you get a lot higher block rating, whatever. Like you can really get crazy with the builder. It's just about sacrificing things. Like if you really wanted to make this build that much more cracked out, I would take the drive and dunk off or lower it down to something like a 65, 75, maybe something like that. But you bring the drive and dunk down, maybe still keep the post controller, take that off and bring the defense up, and that'll just make this build even more lethal, because now you're playing a lot more defense, you're better on defense, and then you literally have no weaknesses in your game. So now we're gonna talk about the gameplay a little bit. I'm gonna try my hand at this live commentating stuff. I'm usually not that good at it, but I'm gonna give it a try, just like let the gameplay play out, talk about it a little bit. talk about some of these clips, because I've been getting some crazy clips here. Like, I know y'all seen a few clips back where I was hitting the Paul George size up, I pulled a three. Like, this build is just so much fun to me, so I'm gonna try to do a live commentary a bit. So, you know, I might be pausing here and then not saying much. Also, my defense getting exposed again right there. Like, I couldn't contest it. Now, he did catch me right there. But even if I was to recover, like, I still wouldn't have gotten a contest. And look, he's leaving me wide open. And this build with a 76-3, like I said in my last video, 76-3 is all you need. Especially if you have a higher mid-range, it gives you open looks gold, or you can get open looks Hall of Fame, and it just becomes a lot more easier to shoot. And look, again, he's shooting a fade. I couldn't even get a contest off. But that's the sacrifice I made. And even though he's hooping, I'm hooping as well. First half, I shot 7 for 13. I missed a few easy buckets there. I didn't show him in his gameplay. I had some easy shots that I missed. You've seen the first one I missed. I missed a few easy ones, so I should have been shooting a lot better. But again, you know, I got no defense. I'm willing to live with that. Look, I'm pulling deep threes. I'm able to match my opponent's points, right? So if I'm getting dropped off, they're shooting twos or whatever, even if they're shooting threes, I can match your buckets. I know I can get my own bucket as well. On top of that, most of the time I'm playing defense. I'm able to play defense, contest shots, things like that. But even when I'm not, I'm able to match the points. So like I said, to me, it's never really an issue. And look, we sizing up again, trying to hit that Paul George size up. I drive to the paint, they're doubling me. I kick it to the AI, he's wide open. Y'all know the AIs be hitting their shots. And then the next clip, I'm running down the court. And this is what I love about this build too. Another thing that I just can't give up. Like I said, if y'all give up drive and dunk, you can have a better build. But me, I want to be able to catch bodies. Especially if I'm in park and someone's talking crazy to me, I want to be able to dunk on them, shut them up. So it's like this build can do everything. You see me, I'm hitting threes. Like, they don't, you got to be honest on defense. You can't give me the shot because I'm going to knock it down. You can't give me the lane because I'm going to catch a body. So you can't give me nothing. Like, I could do everything. And even if I do start getting clamped up a bit, I still have a third option to go to. And look at me pulling up for another three. But let's say I'm dribbling right. You're stopping my dribble moves. I ain't getting nowhere. I still have a third thing to go to. If I ain't getting in the paint and I don't got a shot, I could go right into the post. That's another thing. I can post up. I could post spin, post fade. I could work the post. So it's like, this build is tough to guard because I can score in so many different ways. And if y'all don't have this equipment and put on this Paul George size up, I love it. I'm walking down the defense right there, and I messed up the shot time, and I was sick right there too, because at this point, like, I already got 35 points, I'm hooping, and I just wanted to keep adding on to a point, so I was sick that I missed that right there. But that Paul George size up, if y'all don't have that on, put that on. I love that size up. It allows me to like read the defense. I could step back out of it. I could drive, you know, a hezzy, whatever. So many different things. But look, right here we pulling a midi. Like, I could literally score in every way. And again, I'm pretty sure I pulled a midi here again. Actually, no, I just went straight to the paint. Look, I'm dunking on him. Like, you just can't stop this build on offense. So that's the end of the first gameplay right there. 41 points, 13 rebounds. And like I said, this build's going to snag. You can play defense. You can grab it. You can do everything. So I shot 15 for 25. Now, I know I took a lot. I took all the shots that game. It's because my teammates was tweaking. They was missing shots. They was also just not passing. So at a point, I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to start taking the shots. I ain't really looking to pass either. Like, y'all know how it be with the randoms in rec, man. Sometimes you just got to get into scoring mode. They don't be passing. You just be on the same thing. So I had to lock in, get into the scoring mode, because it was a close game at a point in time. I think we ended up beating them by like 10, 15, something like that. But it was a close game for the most part. I'm pretty sure even in this gameplay too, it's kind of doing the same thing. But this game, I don't think I took that many shots. I don't remember. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But we ended up putting this game, I think I scored 25. So I didn't have no crazy game, but it's still an efficient game. And mind you, I didn't even, like, this build is not even at its full potential yet. And I'm already just giving people buckets. Like, y'all see all my other center builds, I really don't average that many points. Like, every other build I have, I probably get like 10 to 15 points on my center builds, because they're mainly focused around rebounding, throwing outlet passes, playing defense. And of course, like, I can shoot and dunk on people, but I don't get a lot of touches. And even when they do pass me the ball on those builds, I can't dribble, so I can't set up my own shot. But when it comes to this build, it's a whole different story. Because now if you pass me the ball and I don't have a shot and nobody's open, I could dribble. I can set up my own shot now. So I'm getting way more points. I'm still grabbing the same amount of rebounds. I can still get the same amount of assists. So I can still do everything I was doing on my other center builds and more, because now I can dribble, I can contribute more to the offense. And look, another deep three. That 76-3, I'm telling y'all, was perfect. First half, I shot 75%, had 15 points. You see, I barely missed any shots. Another thing I want to point out too is this build is a mismatch almost every game. Because when you play a center in random rec, 9 times out of 10, they do not have perimeter defense. So just like I said earlier, right? For me, I got no perimeter defense. It's tough for me to guard somebody that's shooting fades and dribbling around. Same thing. Most of the time, the center on the other team, he got no perimeter defense. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm quicker than him. I can out dribble him, get to the paint. If it's a smaller center, I could post him up as well. Basically, everything that can be done to me, I can do right back. But all right, y'all, that's all I got for y'all. That's the final clip right there. This last game, I had 27 points, 15 rebounds, 11 for 18, 5 for 8 from 3. But thank y'all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.